Ni hao, Manila! How about you guys? How can you encourage Filipinos and Filipino Chinese to really embrace Chinese art and culture?
I found it really fascinating to connect. We would like to translate yung mga
Hey, lovely performance. Thank you. And now we're going to go a little bit more personal naman on your respective arts and personal lives. Like, how does being a woman or your gender affect your artistic craft? We'll start with you, Hayley.
For me kasi, especially sa Chinese dance, yung strength kasi yung expectations for us women compared sa lalaki na parang sa lalaki na, mabilis lang to kayang gawin kasi sila lalaki sila, so mas powerful enough. Although sa babae parang ina-expect nila na dapat elegant, agad, ganun. So in terms naman sa pagiging visual artist, expectation naman nila is mentally strong enough yung sa lalaki in terms of criticisms and all, compared sa babae na huwag mo masyadong sasaktan si babae.
So yun, Nikka, actually pag Chinese dance, there are more female, no?
Yeah.
Than male. So the expectations, I assume, would be more towards the men.
I think there is. I think it's just very hard to find male Chinese
Yes,
dancers,
yes.
especially now. I think, like personally for us, it's so much harder for us to look for
Male
young
performers,
male
oh.
performers who are actually interested because it is seen as feminine, but realistically, a lot of like Chinese dances that are choreographed for men. They're so like strong, and there's a certain movement that it's just so masculine. And the thing with Chinese dance is that it's very gendered. If you're a woman, you're supposed to dance. Dance is choreographed for women. It's going to be very hard to cover up if you try to dance for, like, dance is choreographed for men. And especially like for us, we don't really have like specializations of like this tribe or this tribe. Personally, my favorite tribe is Mongolian. Her favorite tribe is
Taisu.
Yeah, it's the Thai tribe. So it's very different. Like my movement and her movement is very different. In general, Chinese dance is seen as very feminine, and I think hopefully it changes, like this stereotype changes.
How about you, Wenjun? In terms of guzheng, are there more female or male performers?
There are more female than males, but I would say in terms of skills, they are somehow the same. Male kind of has a disadvantage that they are stronger, they have more strength maybe on their fingers, so like they can do better on that aspect. But I guess in terms of conscientiousness, females are more into the details. It's hard to be like a female artist on Guzheng is that people tend to, like audience tend to focus on your physical appearance.
Yeah.
Like what you wear. Yeah.
You raised a very, very good point.
Right? Yeah, rather than the art form itself.
Yes.
Yeah, like they want to see, oh, you're fat. You know, the toxic beauty standard nowadays, you have to be slim and white and yeah, like beautiful. But actually, you just have to be you. And you is already like good. It's already enough for you to perform. And what's more important is you perform what is being performed instead of you showing the outfit. It's the inner that's more important.
Like everyone is just nodding in unison.
with our experience kasi, parang, especially for us na compared sa senior male dancers namin na once na tumaba kami, kitang-kita. Na lagi nilang kino-comment, tumaba ka na, hindi ka pwede sa ganitong dance. Or like, expectations sa amin na pumayat para mag-fit dun sa costume. Compared to male na okay lang sa kanila na mag-gain kahit konti. Compared sa amin women na obvious agad.
Yeah, I think if you look at like Chinese dancers in China, dancers there's a certain body standard, and it's true. Like when you go to China and you
Slim?
want to be tall, slim, the usual like ballerina type body. I've never been that type. I've always been like on the bigger side. Well, a lot of people wouldn't say I'm like considered big,
But compared to the thin,
yeah, compared
stick
to
thin figures,
other dancers in my dance troupe, I'm considered big. It's taken a long time to accept that. It's very hard. I think even if you aren't a dancer, I think women in general have to deal with that. Where I've been told before, I think the worst thing I've been told is like, she's a great dancer, but she's big.
why does there have to be a but,
Exactly.
right?
I don't know. I don't understand why.
Although gets ko naman na for dancing kasi, mahalaga yung extension when dancing on stage. Iba yung nakikita nila yung muscles mo when you try to control your movement compared sa hindi ka ganun ka fit. Sadyang dapat yun na rin sana yung ina-approach na compared sa size.
Yeah. Here's the thing, like, our dance troupe, we're at this point where we're all like different bodies and like heights. So for me personally, I just have to, since I know I look slightly bigger than what it's supposed to be, I have to modify the way I dance to make it look like I don't stand out. In a way, it shouldn't stop you from dancing. It shouldn't stop you just because there's this standard.
For so many decades, women have this pressure to
Yeah.
look a certain way.
Yeah.
That's why there's makeup and all that, right? I mean, men don't have that same pressure.
Yeah.
The pressure is for them is money and power, right? It's a totally different pressure.
Yeah.
But how about you? How do you overcome that beauty standard?
I used to be very insecure about my physical appearance, but then I realized that I don't need to care about what other people think about me. Everyone has like unique characteristics. We are unique individuals rather than we just compile to that one beauty standard. And it's not even healthy.
And sometimes it's not even real and realistic.
Yeah.
Like how many percent of people are really look that way, right? So any female artists or figures that you guys look up to? Hayley.
For me, yung isa sa mga matagal ng instructors bago siya umalis from US, so it's Angelina. Siya yung pinaka, parang for me, impactful. Kasi talagang yung feeling namin with her is parang barkada-barkada lang. Pero like, with barrier pa rin naman na.
With respect
Yeah.
pa din.
Yeah. So parang she care enough for us na hindi niya inaano yung beauty standards for us na mas tinitingnan niya sa amin is yung skills namin individually.
I think in dancing, I'd say the same. I really improved a lot, like during her time as instructor for us. As for my other art form, for writing, there are so many female writers that I look up to. There are times when I only search for female writers. Right now, I think my biggest inspiration is this Chinese American writer. Her name, I'm not sure if she's American, I'm not sure. I think she's based there. Her name's R.F. Kwong. She writes books that are fantasy based, or like she writes books that connect to the Chinese culture. And I look up to her a lot. I aspire to be someone like her. Not exactly like her. I write in a different way. But the way that she intersects culture with things that are new and exciting for people that make them learn as well, I love that.
For me, my instructor, like, we are really like family right now. She's still in China right now, in our city. So she's very close with my grandparents. Yeah, because they're still there. Like, I got a lot of care and love from her, which really helped me to persevere in my journey. So, like, she's the figure that inspired me to pursue Guzheng aside from my mom.
Okay, for my last question for our Ni Hao Chat segment, I don't want you guys to be humble. I want you to brag your proudest achievement as a female and as an artist.
Before kasi, na bago ako pumili ng thesis category, planado ko na about Chinoy yung thesis ko. So when I chose fashion as my category in advertising, first reaction ng other people sa akin na parang, yun na yun, like, di ba yun na yung buong buhay mo? Bakit yun pa rin yung i-represent mo? So parang, ang sad lang na parang tingin nila sa akin na limit and na I want to share my experiences, yung traditions namin, yung culture namin, na hindi naman siya na dapat na na-stuck lang ako sa ganong cycle. So yeah.
For me, I think it would be my book, my self-published book. It's not, obviously it's like really only known in like my circle, but it's still meant a lot to me. It was my thesis from last year, and like the moment I held my book, I was like, this is what I've been working for. Like
My blood
it's,
is here.
it's not the best, but it is my work. As for dancing, I think just every performance is a big achievement for us. Even if we make mistakes during the performance, like I always drop my fans, but it's always such a big achievement every time. There's a different kind of fulfillment every performance.
Especially since iba't ibang audience yung nanonood. Hindi naman siya consistently na siya, same person yung nanonood every performance. So parang yung may reaction kami na-receive, satisfying siya.
But
for
like
us.
even if it's the same people, like there would be
Yeah.
like intersections where it's like the same people in the audience. They'd be like, oh, it's this dance troupe. We know it's going to be good, and we love that.
Oh,
We
that,
love
that pride and joy that you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
in what you do. I love it. How about you?
Yeah, if I were to brag,
Brag.
brag, there are many achievements, like small or big. I don't want to compare to others, but for me, I think the biggest achievement is myself, like who I am right now, as a very independent individual. I guess my confidence, my self-motivation, and everything I own as an artist. I would call myself an artist, maybe. So yeah, also the power that I like acquire to impact on others, to maybe save a girl from toxic relationship. Yeah, something.
Superpowers.
Yeah, things like that. Even just the small things would make me really proud of myself.
So a while ago, I asked you girls which female personalities you look up to. But now, after this segment, I'm sure we have 1 or 2 viewers who will start to look up to you as well. So thank you so much for sharing your stories with us. Xie xie.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Xie.
much. And say ni hao to all of our viewers and thank you to them as well for joining
Ni
us.
hao,
Xie
xie.
We hope you enjoyed your guesting here.
Yeah, definitely.
And we hope you guys enjoyed our episode of Ni Hao Chats as well. Please do follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Ni Hao Manila. Again, my name is Valerie Tan. Bye! See you on our next episode!
Bye.